parents and students. I'm creating this video to help you as you prepare for your Unit 4 post-test. I gave you a weekly note sheet to complete at home, and this video is to help you if you get stuck. It will help walk you through the problem, and also I've asked that after you completed the sheet to watch this video as a review as you work through the problems to see if you got the correct answer. So we'll get started right away, and the first question is, what is a half? Now, a lot of students are able to answer the question and say that a half is half of something, but you're using the same word in your definition. If I'm asking you what a half is, that means that if you have a whole amount of something, say 4, I have 4 basketballs, and I want to know what half is, I can split this 4 into 2 equal groups, and I can put 1 basketball here and 1 here. 1 basketball in this group and 1 in this group. So I've just represented my 1, 2, 3, 4 basketballs, and to split them in half, I've split them into 2 equal groups. So a half is an equal amount of something when it's split into 2 equal groups. Okay? So question number 1 asks you, it says a pizza is divided into 8 equal slices. Of the slices, 1 has pepperoni, 3 have bacon, 1 has onion, 2 have extra cheese, and 1 has ham. And we want to know which 2 sections together take up more than half of the pizza. Well, there's already a model drawn for you on your paper, and I've done my best to recreate it up here. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to label the pieces with the toppings that they tell you in the word problem. You always have to start with, what do I know? So I know that I have 1 slice that is pepperoni. I know that I have 3 slices that are bacon. I know that I have 1 slice that is onion. I have 2 slices that are extra cheese. And I know that I have 1 slice that is ham. Now, once you know what the problem has told you, you need to decide what is it that they're asking me to do. And in this problem, they're asking which 2 sections together make up more than half of the pizza. Well, since I know my pizza has 8 slices, I know half of 8 would be 4. The question though asks which 2 types would make up more than half. So which of these 2 ingredients represented on the pizza would give me an amount more than 4 slices? And if I look, I see that my bacon has 3 slices already. And what's my next greatest topping amount? And that would be extra cheese because it has 2 slices. And 3 plus 2 is 5. So which 2 sections together make up more than half of the pizza? That is bacon and extra cheese. If you got that one right, give yourself a pat on the back. If you missed it, I want you to go back and look and see what you did when you were solving this problem and how could you have corrected that to come up with the same answer that I have up here. All right, moving on to number 2. This problem gives you a picture and it's already labeled for you. Okay, and in my picture, let me do my best to recreate it. I have adventure, which looks like my greatest amount. I have an amount of biography, detective, fantasy, and this last one, it's a little dark on your paper, but this is mystery. Okay, and they're asking in this question, which 3 types of books make up about half? About half. That means it's going to be as close to half as possible. So which of these 3 together would make up about half of the graph? I'm going to draw a line following this section right here, because that goes ahead and breaks it up into about 2 equal parts. And now I can look and say they want 3 types of books to make up half. So that would be detective, fantasy, and mystery. Those are the 3 books that would make up about half of the graph. If you got that one right, give yourself a pat on the back. And if not, just go ahead and rewind the video just a little bit and rewatch how I just solved this problem on the board. All right. The next question is, how do you add fractions with a like denominator? And you have to know what a like denominator is. If I say that 2 girls look alike, what does that mean? That means that they look similar. Well, a like fraction just means that the denominators are the same. They have the same number as the denominator. So how do you add fractions with like denominators? When I add fractions with like denominators, I add the numerator and the denominator stays the same. The biggest way that they will try to trick you on an assessment is they will give you an addition problem like 2/4 plus 2/4, and they'll have an answer choice that says 4/8. They're trying to trick you because they know that you're going to want to add across the top, and they're going to see if they can trick you to think that you must also add across the bottom, but you do not. If it is a like fraction, meaning that the denominators are the same, you leave the denominator the same. It must stay the same. So let's look at number 3. It says Darielle's teacher asked her to complete a math problem involving fractions. Darielle's answer to the selected question was 9/7. Write an addition practice problem that would give you a sum of 9/7. Okay, well, a key word in this problem is sum, and if you think about what the word sum means, a sum is the answer to an addition problem. So I need to come up with a problem that would give me an answer of 9/7. There are lots of different ways that you can do this, but just a few examples that I'll do up here. I'll go ahead and set up my problem with my like denominators of 7. And I know that Darielle's answer is 9/7. So since my bottom numbers stay the same, since they're like fractions, then all I have to do is think, well, what are 2 numerators that I could add together to give me 9? And I'll start with 5 plus 4. 5/7 plus 4/7 equals 9/7. You could have also done 3/7 plus 3/7 plus 3/7. Since they have a like denominator, that stays the same, and 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. There are several other ways you could have solved this problem, and as long as your denominator stays as a 7 all the way across, and your numerators can be added to give you 9, all of those answers would be correct. If you're still not sure if yours is right, you can ask an adult at home, or I'd be happy to check it when you come back to school over the weekend. Let's move on to question number 4. It says, Mrs. Lavoie's students created models to represent the following question. Now, you see 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 equals 4/5. And you need to draw a model to represent this addition sentence. If it asks you to draw a model, what does that mean? It means that you need to draw a picture. So let me draw a picture, and I need to split my denominator up into 5 equal groups. Okay, since my denominator is 5. And my numerators for each of these is 1/5. So let me shade this in. Here is 1/5. My next piece is 1/5. My next piece is again 1/5. And here's another one of 1/5. So I have 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. And that would give me a sum of 4/5. All right, and the last questions on this side of the worksheet, and where I'm going to stop this first part of the video, is how do you add mixed numbers? Well, you have to know what a mixed number is. And a mixed number is a whole number with a fraction attached to it. For example, I could say 3 4/5. That is a mixed number. I have a whole number and I have a fraction behind it. So when I'm adding mixed numbers, maybe I'm wanting to add 2 and, let me change this to a 3, and I want to add this to 1/5. Okay? I have 2 different fractions, and I could first try drawing a picture. So I need to draw 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, and then my fraction, 3/5. I'll split this into 5 equal parts and shade in 3 of them. And I need to add this to 2 holes and 1/5. Okay, so now I can add the pictures that are alike. Here I have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, my holes. So total, all of the holes that I have would equal 5 holes. And now I can add my fractions. Here I have 3/5 plus 1/5. Since this is a like fraction, my denominator stays the same. And all I have to do is add my numerators. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So my answer would be 5 4/5. So how do you add mixed numbers? You can add your wholes together first, and then you can add your fractions. That's how you add a mixed number. We'll look at question number 5 as another example. And it also encourages you on this question to draw a picture if you need help. Okay, they say find the sum. We have 5 4/6 plus 3 1/6. So like I just said before, I'm going to start by adding my whole numbers first. And 5 plus 3 is 8. So there's my whole number. And now I can add my fractions. 4/6 plus 1/6. And if it helps you to rewrite it below, that's perfectly fine. And these are like fractions because the denominators are the same. So my denominator will stay a 6. And all I have to do is add my numerator. 4 plus 1 is 5. So the answer that I'm getting is also a mixed number. 8 5/6. I hope that this video has helped you on the front of your worksheet. I'm going to make a second part of the video to go over the back. If you have any questions, again, make sure that you rewatch the video to see if you can find the answer. Or, like I said before, I'll be happy to help you on Monday when you come back to school. Thank you for watching.